Hello, this is Geoff with In-Depth Studies. Today we're looking at Geoff's thoughts on New Covenant theology. We're discussing this issue of Israel. Particularly, we're looking at Romans chapter 11, verses 25 and 26, at least the first portion of 26, where the Apostle Paul says this: I do not want you to be ignorant of this mystery, brothers and sisters, so that you may not be conceited. Israel has experienced a hardening in part until the full number of the Gentiles has come in. And in this way, all Israel will be saved. Remember that this is the bookends of an argument begun in Romans 9:6, where he says not all Israel is Israel. That is, not all physical Israel is spiritual Israel. Well, then the question is asked, well, how do you become a spiritual Israelite? That's why in chapter 9, the Apostle Paul gets into election. Well, God has to choose you. The next question is, how many Israelites is he going to choose? And the answer in Romans 11:5, a remnant chosen by grace. Not a lot, but better than none. So when we get to the end, the climactic portion of this argument, Romans 9, 10, 11, that is, what is God's plan for Israel in the New Covenant era? He says that Israel has experienced a hardening in part. Okay, how much part? Well, only a remnant will be saved until the full number of the Gentiles has come in. That is, at the second coming, when the bulk of spiritual Israel is going to be Gentiles, a remnant is going to be Jews, that when both of these come to faith in Christ, so at the second coming, then you will have the Israel of God. Because remember, physical Israel is just an unbelieving picture of the people of God. They are replaced in God's plan by a spiritual Israel, which is mostly Gentile and a remnant of Jews. So if this has been helpful, check out more of Geoff's thoughts on YouTube, and there you can subscribe. Thanks.